Yo, what's up everybody? Jumpin here, and I am back with my Noob's guide for Elden Ring. In the last episode, we finally got the Dung Eater summon, and in this episode, we are finally going to complete Ranni's questline. Both of those things I've been talking about non-stop, and now we can actually get them done. There's also another summon we're going to get at the end of this questline, which is highly considered to be one of the best, if not the best summons in the whole game. Now, one thing I forgot about in the last episode, I ended the episode right here. This was me going up the staircase. Well, there is a little bit more to this area, and I even remember I did walk out this door. There's a doorway over here, and I walked out and said, oh, okay, there's nothing out here. But what I forgot about is, yes, there is. You have to just drop down here, and then there is a elevator that's going to take us down, and that is going to take us to the golden seed in this area. Now there's also another mini boss that I forgot about that's coming up in the Scarlet Rot area, because that's where we're going to be going, and trust me, this place is a nightmare. Now, it's not that bad, especially if you're going to do what I'm going to show you to do, but overall, the first time you go through this area, it is a nightmare, there's no doubt. But the golden seed's right here. I don't think there's anything else up here. I want to just double check and look around for a second. Also, I do have a marker on the map. Let me get rid of that. I hate it when I have a random marker on the map. It confuses me. But there is another thing that I was talking about in the last episode, and that is upgrading the Dung Eater. I didn't really want to do it because I did test it out a little bit. And when I tested it, I was kind of disappointed with the Dung Eater, only because he does dodge like crazy, and he does bleed enemies, which is nice. He debuffs the bosses and enemies, which is also nice, but he doesn't really hit that hard. He was hitting for like 200 damage, and compared to my Mimic was hitting for literally 700 damage. Now the Dung Eater can bleed, but my Mimic can bleed too, because the Mimic is using a bleeding weapon that I'm using. So, overall, I kind of feel like the Mimic is better than the Dung Eater. Now, the Black Knife, which is this other one we're going to get, I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to do some testing with that. But what I've been worried about is resources. Let's pick up this item right here. But let me show you what I'm talking about. And that is, we have only so many of these crafting materials. Now, if you look, we need ghost upgrades for both of these. And I have plenty of the ghost upgrades for every one of them, but I don't have any 8s, and I don't have any 9s. And I was actually under the impression that there was really only one other 9 that I could get before, like, the super end game. Once you get to, like, the end game, there's plenty of stuff you can get at that point, but you got to get to that point, and we're not there yet. So I'm limited on what I can go and get, because there's only so many of the resources in the game up to that point. Well, guess what? There's actually 2 8s and 2 9s in this area. So I can technically upgrade both the Dung Eater and the Black Knife, and I'll be good. So I'll probably do that, and I will also kind of do a little test to see which one I think is the best, and we will determine all of this probably in the next episode. I will do the testing or something like that, and then figure out which one I like more. The big advantage of the Mimic, in my opinion, though, is that the Mimic is going to allow us to actually not use FP. We use our health instead, which also means we can get away with not using a lot of FP potions, because at this point I have how many? 3 FP potions. When I get the final potion coming up here, because we need 2 more golden seeds to get the final potion, I might just convert it so that I have 2 FP potions and 12 healing potions, which is really nice. Having a lot of healing potions is definitely nice. Watch out, this thing's coming after me. Let's take it out. Come on, there we go. And can I stab you? Okay, no, I could not. Interesting. Normally you can stab enemies on the ground when they fall off their horse, or mount, I guess. Now, the crazy thing is, I don't think there's any items up this hill here. You would think there would have been, but there was enemies, so I took them out. And where we need to go is that tower right there. That is where we need to go for the Ranni questline, but there's actually quite a few items and stuff to grab here. So I do want to make sure that I get all the stuff. There's also a open door here. Let's come in here and check this out. And there is that. Is it? Okay, golden centipede is all that's in there. Interesting. Well, talking about the ghost upgrade level 8s, let's take out all these enemies because they will all blow up on each other. I love that. It's so epic. Stay away from it though. It is in the water, so when you're in the water, you might take some damage. So that's a ghost 8 right there. And if we just come right over here, it's another ghost 8. Awesome. So now we got 2 ghost 8s. And we're about to get the first ghost 9. And when we get to the next grace, the second ghost 9 is in that area. Take that one out. Let's go over here. Take these ones out. I'm really close to the grace of this area. The only difference was I started by pretty much being on the top of the staircase. So if you didn't grab the golden seed, just run up the staircase that's right next to the grace. It's over here. This internal city grace. Just like I did in the last episode. Sorry about that. I just completely forgot that that's how you get to the golden seed. I actually thought that you get to it from down here somewhere. But that's not the case. And these enemies are cool. I like these enemies, to be honest. They have some crazy range, there's no doubt about it. And I don't know what I would say in terms of this area. I want to say that this one might be mid-late game, and then maybe the Scarlet Rot area is kind of late game. Because the boss that we're going to fight in the Scarlet Rot area is pretty crazy. I don't want to say that it's one of the hardest bosses in the game, but I will say it is a hard boss. And I could even have some problems against it. Because this boss has some crazy grabs. That's the biggest thing. This boss we're about to fight, it's got grab moves that will just frustrate the hell out of you. There's just no doubt about it. Come here. Oh my god. Just block all your stuff. And now, can you just die? Wow, I killed her and not the ant. That's interesting. That, like, never happens. So this is going back to the grace. I don't think there's anything over there, but there are a couple items over here on this side, so let's go and get them. There should be a couple enemies over here as well. The items are right here. Let's pick them up and sneak up behind this one. Hello, goodbye. Another one, it's coming now though. And come and get it. There we go. Oh my god. See, that's just cool. I like these enemies because I do think they're cool, but oh my god, the range is crazy. And the back dodging is also crazy. Kind of frustrating, no doubt. Come here. And die. Gotcha. Now, let's keep going. There's another item back over here as well, so let's go and grab that. Now, once we get to the next grace, we're going to get invaded. And that is for the Ranni questline. And the invader is going to be pretty tough. There's no doubt about it. The main thing about this invader is that he will not stun. There's no ability to stun him. He has like infinite poise. And it's ridiculous. Also, when he hits you, it's going to drain your health. So blocking is not the best thing in the world. It works, but it's not the best thing. And also, the main thing is because he's got infinite hyper armor poise, he's going to trade with you constantly. Because he has a lot of health, too. So, it's pretty crazy. Now, it looks like there would be something back there. I don't think there is. There are a couple of these snails on the walls, though, that will come down. So, go over there if you want to check it out, but I really don't think there's anything over there. Also, there's a ton of these snails over here, but there is also an item over here. Let's take them all out. I mean, I like the XP. I'll take all the XP. I need to level up. I forgot to do that. I have 200,000 runes. That's quite a bit. So yeah, there's some snails up top. They're all going to come down. And take them all out real quick. And now pick that up. And I think we are good. So I won't level up until I get to the next grace. I'm just trying to remember, is there anything I'm missing right now from this beginning part? Not really. There is an item to the left coming up, and there is some stuff past this elevator to also grab. So let's make sure we get everything. Come on over here. There's some more of these electrical enemies, these mimics. Hit one, let him blow everybody else up. And the item is right here. Let's pick that up. Another Somber 7. Also, there's a crazy, like, statue right here. Take a look at this. I don't remember if we actually get down there or not at some point. But, yeah, I mean, look at that statue. Is it a statue or is that a person? I mean, it doesn't look like a statue to me. That looks like an NPC or something. I mean, it's crazy. I just don't remember if we ever actually go down there. I think we do at some point. In fact, I kind of want to say that's where the gargoyles are that we fought way back when. So, yeah. Very crazy stuff. Take that one out. And we have another one over here. Plus, we also have a lightning enemy. Let's see if we can get the lightning to explode. Oh, yeah. Nice. And just gotta take this person out. Wow. They have more health than the other ones. Because I've been one-shotting them like crazy. Alright, there we go. They don't bounce off your shield either, which is kind of insane. So there's a bunch of lightning guys over here. There's also that Scarab. And that's just an FP Scarab, though. And he just rolled off the map, I guess. I'm just chilling right here. And take this guy out. And watch out, don't want to get electrified. They're giving out a lot of those in this area. Again, those dues are really not needed because we're not committing sin. So it's kind of pointless. I don't think there's anything over here. There's a couple of these ants, but I don't actually believe there's like an item. I hate when they do that. You know, you come over here, you think there's something over here, and then it turns out there's not. I could be wrong, though. Let's just take a look. Yeah, I don't think there's anything over here. What's the message, though? Pickle. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea what that message means, but don't think there's anything over there. There is a ghost upgrade right here, which I guess can be missed because it's kind of hidden behind the rock there. Another ghost 8, so there's actually 3 ghost 8s in this area, which is nice. And I think that's it. Let me just double check. I'm gonna come up here. This is where the golden seed was. It was up there though, so you can't get there from here. And I did come over here. Yeah, I did. Alright, now we can take the elevator down and we'll get to this grace. And then we will be invaded. And that fight's not gonna be fun. And then it's on to the Scarlet Rot area. Which, the main thing we're gonna be doing is we are gonna be using Bloodhound Step. That's the truth. Like, if you use Bloodhound Step, it's not that bad. The main thing is that there's a lot of items that are actually in the Scarlet Rot. Because my friend, I mean, this was really, like, funny. My friend was going on and on about this area, like, warning me about it, because he did it before I did. And he was just telling me how much of a nightmare it was. And how he ran out of, like, his healing Scarlet Rot items and all that. And by the way, the other Ghost 9 is just over here, right next to the Grace. I don't think there's any other items in here. There's a bunch of crafting stuff you can pick up if you want. And if you want to explore, go for it. But overall, I think that's the only real thing. Now, let me quickly level up as well. Get a couple points into Dexterity. And now I'm good to go. But, when I got to this Scarlet Rot area, I actually said, okay, it's a nightmare, right? It's terrible. I'm just gonna run right through it. I ran right through it first try, and I was like, that was easy. But I didn't get all the stuff. That's the difference. When you are trying to get the stuff, yes, it's going to suck. But if you want to, you can literally run through it. Ah, God. And if you run through it, it's a joke. It really is. Alright, pick that up. And let's use this and get ready for this invasion. Telling you right now, this guy's tough. There's no doubt about it. And look who it is. It's our wolf friend. But the big thing is, you might want to dodge too. Big thing with this guy is he will trade with you like crazy. And also, he will drain your health when you get hit. Let's heal. He does heal one time. I don't think he heals twice. But look, if I block him like that, my health is going down constantly. Luckily, my Bloodhound Step, though, is letting me dodge his attacks. That was nice. And that's probably your best time to counter right there, when he does that little jump. So, I mean, when it comes to all of these games, right? Oh my god, I didn't mean to two-hand my weapon. When it comes to Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, I don't care which one you're talking about, you can always figure out a pattern. And I'm trying to back up just to show you this, but let's say you're struggling against this guy. He's kicking your ass. Well, if you bait out that one jump attack, right, you just keep backing up. There it is, right? You bait that out, you know, ooh, I can get a counter. Now all I have to do is just back up, and there you go. Just keep doing that. And that would make the fight very easy. You can block that attack, counter, and just keep doing that non-stop until you take him out. And he's talking, of course. There is some butterflies here. I want to pick them up. Give me the butterflies. So that is the key, which I also kind of feel like that's a little BS for what they did, because that key is used in the academy, in the Grand Library, where you fight that second Great Rune boss, the sorcerer, sorceress, lady, person, I don't know. But the point is that what I don't like about that is there is that locked chest in that room, and you don't get the key to that chest until this point of the game, which is much later in most cases. There are tons of people online asking about that chest, including myself, because what you end up assuming is you assume that you missed a key in the academy. That's what you think. And then you do find that second academy key, which is actually for that NPC quest line. But you actually think originally, at least I did, like, oh, I found the key to that chest. You go there, it's like, okay, that's not the key. Well, what the hell's going on with this chest? You look it up online, and you're like, what is up with this chest? You just want to figure out, like, what's going on, because you really feel like you missed the key somewhere, that it would be in the castle itself. And then you finally realize much later, oh no, it's actually when you... Oh my god, what's going on here? And yeah, you get it at this point of the game, which is the Dark Moon Ring. Alright, so remember the sorceress lady, Celine, she was here. And she became the ball. Okay. Awesome. And you can still talk to her. Okay, I was not expecting that. Remember, like I said, I've never done her quest like that before. That's amazing. Okay. Well, I'm glad I came here and opened up the chest now, because I swear, I have done RANNI'S questline 3 times, right? 3 times. And every time I've ever done it, I have always forgotten to open the chest until you get to the point where you need that key. I would then have to go, wait, what? What's happening? And I'm like, oh, I didn't ever open the chest. My bad. Alright, so I'm going to teleport back. I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, well, something terrible just happened. My PlayStation shut off again by itself because it overheated. Elden Ring has been overheating my PlayStation. I was only playing for 23 minutes, and it overheated it to the point where it had to shut off. And, by the way, it doesn't turn back on when it does this. I have to let it cool off first. So I did let it cool off for an hour. I actually took off the face plates, and I did try to clean the fan a little bit. I blew some canned air into it. I took some Q-tips and I tried to dig out some of the dirt. If I want to thoroughly clean the fan though, I'm going to have to take the fan out and clean it. And to do that, I need that special Torx screwdriver, which I don't have. So maybe I'll pick one of those up and try to actually clean the fan thoroughly. Because the fan is dirty, there's no doubt about it. But Elden Ring is the only game that's making it overheat to the point where it shuts off. And what I have been doing lately is before I record, I'll cut off the PlayStation for like 30 minutes, especially if it's been on for a couple hours or something. I'll cut it off, and then I'll let it cool down, and then I'll try to record, and everything is normally fine. I forgot to do that this time, though, and I paid for it. Now, what's interesting, though, is that the game did not save. It's crazy. It saved me picking up the map, but it didn't save me picking up any of these items when I came back. I was only playing for about 5 minutes, so that's probably why. But that's really surprising that it didn't actually save at all. So, I went ahead and I upgraded the Dung Eater puppet just because why not? Let's give it a shot. I'll use it a little bit so it's maxed out. And I also equipped it these items that will heal Scarlet Rot. Definitely want them on in this area. There's no doubt about that. And I do need to mess with my mixed potion so that I can actually use the Dung Eater. Remember, you have to have this item on that's going to allow you to not consume any FP at all. And that is important. I'm going to take off the health regen and put that on. I would say the health regen would be nice here, but we don't want to waste the mixed potion because we're going to need it for this boss battle. Also, I went ahead and put on my Bloodhound Claw. That way I have Bloodhound Step, and we can actually get through this area a little bit quicker. Now, let's go ahead and start by coming over this way. And there's like 3 items over here. And there's also a platform that we want to get to and raise that up. Now, don't worry about healing the Scarlet Rot unless you are actually going to stop and either try to continue on, or if you're going to fight like something like boss. That's when you want to heal it. Outside of that, you're probably just wasting these items, because the best thing to do really is just to try to grab some stuff and then teleport back to the Grace and restore all of your resources. That is definitely the best thing to do. That also means you do not want to do co-op here. Outside of fighting the boss, if you had a friend and you're trying to get some help fighting the boss, that's fine. But if you are trying to go ahead and collect all the items and stuff, just don't have co-op. Trust me, it's going to make a huge difference. So there is an item over here. Let's go and grab this. And then we will try to make it to the platform and teleport back. So the platform is right in front of us. It's a pillar, that's how you know. And when you touch it, it's going to raise up a bunch of platforms, but it's going to be all around this boss. These platforms are going to make this boss a lot easier. Now, you will never fight this boss in the Scarlet Rot. There's no way that you can ever beat it that way. I'm going to teleport back now. But you can lure it to other platforms as well. So that's normally what I would do, but it just is way better to raise up the platforms around that boss. So now we're going to go to the right this time and try to explore this area. There's a good chance, by the way, that I'm going to miss something. Now, the purpose of the platforms basically are so that you can stand on the platform and either let this Scarlet Rot tick down before you are inflicted. Because if you do it right, you can technically maybe not get Scarlet Rot on you as you're trying to cross, but you have to have a lot of patience to let it actually tick down all the way. And I'm going to teleport again right now. So you either have to have a lot of patience or you have to use these items. That's really your only option in terms of trying to not get Scarlet Rot on you. I think it's better to do what I'm doing, which is going ahead and raising up some platforms, picking up some items, and then just teleporting to restore. If you want to just get through as quick as possible, you can. You can literally just run to those statues, get to the end. If you get there, you can get to the Grace, and you're done pretty much. So that is definitely an option. So let's come over here, and let's hit this one. There's an item over here to our left. I'm going to pick this up, and then I'm going to probably heal this Scarlet Rot and try to fight this boss right now. So pick that up. Let's hop up here. I'm going to heal a little bit. And I'm trying to not waste all my FP and stuff, knowing that I'm going to need it. I will use some up here, though. Once we get to the other side, I'm going to go ahead and heal the Scarlet Rot. So let's rush across. And I'm going to heal the Scarlet Rot with this item. And I'm going to go ahead and chug. And let's use an FP potion. And at this point, I think it's best if we try to lure this boss first to us. Here he comes. Now we can go ahead and use our mixed potion and summon our Dung Eater. And let's see what he does, because that's the whole purpose. Like I said, I've tried him before. I wasn't too impressed. He does dodge really well, and he does debuff, which is nice. But if you actually look at his damage, he hit right there. He hit for like 200. Let's see again. I'm just going to chill. See, 220. That's not a lot of damage. Like, my Mimic hits for way more than that. And look at me. I hit really hard. And yeah, this guy on the platform isn't so bad. And he did just use his debuff right there. So you see that? How he's got that golden glow to him or whatever that is, like that fire effect. That is a debuff on him, which is definitely pretty nice that he can do that for you. So now there's several items over here. Let's pick them up, and we're definitely going to get the rot on us at this point. And after this, probably going to teleport again, to be honest, just to restore everything. And then I might actually try to get to the end itself, and then from there I can figure stuff out. I'm just kind of looking around. I guess I might go over this way. This is probably a really bad idea, I'm going to be honest, because there's a bunch of enemies. I might need to heal the rot again, but I do want to come down here and get these items. I don't know if there's any item in there. I don't think there is. That's a trap, kind of. Don't go in there. Let's heal this up. There is an item on top, though, maybe. Let me go ahead and pick this up. Again, I might actually have to heal. Come on, pick it up! This is terrible. There we go. Another 8. I might need to heal this rot so I don't die. Let's come up this way. And I'm going to heal the rot real quick. And I'm just looking around trying to see if there is anything. There's definitely an item or something up here. There's got to be, right? Let's check it out. Okay. Yes, there is. That's the only item that is in there. Let me just look around real fast. We do not want to aggro those enemies because then we're not going to be able to teleport. And we definitely don't want to mess up the jump. So that is a helmet. That's actually a really good helmet. Alright, so I'm going to teleport. I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. So what that helmet does is that is the helmet that will give you an attack bonus for whenever an enemy is affected with poison or rot. So if you're using a poison weapon or a poison spell or a Scarlet Rot spell or a Scarlet Rot weapon, if you inflict that on them, you get a nice little attack bonus. And it's pretty cool. So now I'm gonna actually just run all the way through. And this is what I've been talking about. Where my friend was like telling me how crazy this place is and how hard it is. And I just said, okay. And I just ran right through it. I'm like, I don't care. And I got to the end, I'm like, that's easy if you just run through. But of course, you do want to get all the items and stuff. And if you are taking your time trying to get the items, this place can be a nightmare. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. My friend used up all of his items to heal the Scarlet Rot. And he actually said that he had to stop because he didn't think he could beat it because he ran out of the items. And I'm like, dude, just run through. That's what I just did, and it's very easy. But yeah, just run all the way through to the statues. And at the end here, there's going to be a grace. So let's go ahead and hit that grace. And then we can turn around and get the rest of the stuff on this side using this grace now. And we can just keep teleporting to this one if we need to. So just run all the way down. It's crazy on how much damage that rot really does to you. It's just ridiculous. There's no doubt about it. And let's rest. Now we can go out the other way. You would think there would be an item over there by that Scarlet Rot waterfall, but there's not. It's very surprising. Now they are kind of nice right here. They do give you one of these Scarlet Rot healing items at the end here. So if you really desperately needed it and you're trying to make it to the end, you can always pick this one up and then use it. So over here there is a chest. Let's go get that. And then there is a strong enemy on the top of one of these platforms. And there is a scarab. I think that's about it. Now I could be missing something and I'm just not remembering it. But I believe I've gotten everything once I get the scarab. So let me know. Did I miss something? I feel like it's very possible. This place is massive. This is definitely one of the biggest areas in the entire game, to be fair. And yeah, we're gonna blast through so much of our stuff. We're running to this pillar over here. Now once I get to it, I might heal the rot, because this would be a good spot to maybe heal it, because we are about to fight a pretty strong enemy, and we don't want to have to deal with the rot as we do that. Yeah, let's heal it. So once you raise up like this, now we're going to be on the top. I'm going to go ahead and use that to recover. And let's come on over here. Now this guy, I believe he's pretty easy because he stuns really like quickly and you can just go crazy on him. Okay, I messed up. Ah, no, I messed up bad. Okay, we're supposed to actually hit another one of these platforms. There's 2 platforms. I didn't get the other one. And then this guy will appear. There's an item up here as well. I believe it is a Somber 9, which is awesome. I'll definitely take a Somber 9. Now, down this way where this ladder is, there is the Scarab. So let's go and take him out. And there's a bunch of crafting material over here as well. I'm going to have to probably teleport. There's no doubt. I'm going to run out of resources here. So that's a Somber 6. But over there, where all those Deathblight enemies are, I do believe there is a lot of crafting butterfly material. If you want to go grab that, you can. I don't really see the point. I think this is the platform right here. Let's go and stand on it. Come on. And once this is up, now we can go ahead and teleport. We're going to this grace now. And then we will go ahead and go on the top there. Now, what you can do is you can actually hit it the opposite way that I did. So if you get that first pillar and that platform to raise up, when you hit the second one, it's going to take you up there. And that's really nice. So I'm not going to be able to do that. And instead, I'm going to have to go up that ladder. So that's where I'm going to head right now. So let's just run through the Scarlet Rot. This is the butterflies I'm talking about. So if you need some of those for whatever reason, there's a lot of them over here by these Deathblight enemies. I don't think there's any items over there though. Again, I could be wrong. I just don't want to take my time and run over there and check it out. I'm going to heal the Rot now. And I'm going to heal myself. And let's also get our FP back. Equipped our weapon. And get ready for this fight. And this guy does drop a weapon as well. I don't think it's very good though. But it's like a purple unique weapon. And now he should spawn. And he is easy. Just because he stuns so easily. If you do like your little wombo combo on him, he'll get wrecked. There's just no doubt about it. Here he comes. Hello, buddy. Time to die. So run right up to him, smack him. Ah, he actually hit me. And you see that, how he stuns? Very easy because he stuns so badly. Now we can come over here, pick up this. This is the Somber 9. Awesome. And we can get out of here. Again, let me know. Did I miss anything in the Scarlet Rot Lake? It's very possible it is a massive area. And I just don't want to try to explore and double check in that area. It is an area that double checking doesn't make any sense because you're just constantly teleporting and you're going to constantly be dying. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport over here. I'm going to cut this ahead. I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. Well, we do have a mini boss coming up over here. And I'm going to actually reallocate my potions because I do want more healing potions than FP potions right now. And also, can I level up? No, I cannot. So I will try to level up whenever I get the chance, because this is an area where you definitely want to not have any runes when you try to fight this actual boss, the real boss. The mini boss should be fairly okay, but make this jump over here and then we have to jump again. There's an item on the other side. But what I recommend doing in this spot is going and getting all the items here, and if you want to kill the enemies you can, then go ahead and just make a run for it. So teleport back to the Grace and then run through this area, because you want to try to have as many of your resources when you fight this boss, because this boss is definitely not the easiest boss in the world. Again, I don't want to say it's like one of the hardest bosses in the game, but I definitely want to say that it is a difficult boss. Now these guys are annoying. You already know the deal. They have their projectiles. It's terrible. But the worst thing about this area, though, is the Scarlet Rot. Because there's Scarlet Rot here, you don't want them to be on the Rot. And they love to run out into the Rot. Now what's lucky, though, is that they do bounce off of your shield, which should make this a lot easier. If you let them bounce off and then you do your counter, they should fall down. Now, you have to lure this guy over here, but because he has his ranged attacks, it's gonna make it frustrating. Come on, buddy! You know you want to come over here? He won't even see me. Now, the mini-boss is over here. There's some items, but the items are a trick. Come on, over here first. I want to take him out before I do anything. I'm just gonna hide, maybe, and he'll come over. Alright, come on. Yay, yay, yay. Now attack me. See, he bounces off. I do that. He falls down. And now I can do the critical, and he's a goner. So, those items, like I said, they are a trap. Let's run out a little bit. And I don't think I triggered them. Crap. I think you do have to run all the way to the items. And yeah, once the screen starts to shake, run back. And also heal the rot. You're going to have rot on you, no doubt. And stand like all the way over here so that he will come to the platform. And also summon. So I'm using my mixed potion, getting Dung Eater back out. And now I can chill for a second while he spawns and he can help me. Come on, buddy. Help me out. And this guy is going to drop the golden seed. So you definitely want to use that. Don't forget to use it to get more healing potion, because we're going to get our final upgrade here, which is awesome. I'm super excited. You know the rule with this enemy. I've always talked about it. Ow. You want to stay close to him, because when you stay close to him, he will not have an easy time hitting you. For some reason, he just has a difficult time getting hits on you when you're like right up on him. Also, I have seen this boss before, maybe twice actually. And I would imagine this is something that they would eventually fix, because I feel like this is a bug, or, you know, I don't know. And that is, like, he will just die. He will die because he will get Scarlet Rot on him. Now, I don't remember if I would summon him first. Like, let's say you summon him and he kills you, and then you respawn, now you're up top, and then all of a sudden I would notice that there's an enemy with Scarlet Rot on it, and it's taking a lot of damage, and then just, it would randomly die and I would get the golden seed. That happened to me like twice. So, it is something that you might be able to do against this guy, if you could figure out exactly how that works. So we got Rot on us right now. I'm going to heal it. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that Dung Eater is out right now as well. Hopefully he will stay out for a while, because we do want to take out all these guys. There's a lot of them too. Oh my god. Oh, got the backstab. Nice. And because there's so many of them, you got to be careful. And that right there, that's the debuff. But that's a really cool attack. I mean, look, he does use it a lot too. Again, he's just doing the debuff like crazy. That is nice, I'm going to be honest. Let's pick this up. What's that? That's another 9. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Take this one out. Come on, Dung Eater. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad. There's no doubt. He's definitely pretty good. It's just like his normal attacks. They just don't hit as hard as some of the other stuff. Oops, that was a mistake. Get my backstab off. Let him do his thing. Let's take this thing out together. There we go. And we got a couple more left. Just picking up all the items here. Oh, no, no, no. Goodbye. Yeah, actually, that's pretty nice. I kind of like having him around to help me fight, like, the ganks. That was actually kind of fun. But he's gone now. And we have this chest up here. Let's pick this up. And that's a weapon. And now we can just kind of like look around this spot, see if there's any other items, and then what we're going to do is teleport back to the Grace, use up the golden seed, also level up so you don't have any runes. Then when we come back, we're just going to make a mad dash through this area, because again, you do want to have as many of your resources as possible whenever you do try to fight this boss, because this boss is difficult. That's what I'm gonna say. Not the hardest, definitely not easy though. Pick up all that stuff. I think I got everything. So now I'm gonna teleport back and I'm gonna cut this ahead. I'm gonna see you guys in a moment. Alrighty. let me go ahead and now use up my golden seed. So now I have max potions, awesome. And I can level up, give me my 58 dexterity, and let's do it. At this point as well, you could probably take this off. You don't need those anymore because we're not going to really be going through the rot anymore. Now, these enemies can hit you as you try to run through here. So if you get hit a lot to the point where you use up a ton of your potions trying to run past, just try to teleport. Just don't try to fight the boss. But what I would recommend is hop down here like this and run and use these pillars for some cover because those first guys are probably going to be shooting at me. Oh, crap. And now I'm just going to try to cut through here. You shouldn't get the rot on you from there. And just run for it all the way over here. And we're going to have to hit this coffin and get this cutscene. Alrighty. Well, there's nothing in here. I always hate this stuff. Whenever you teleport somewhere and there's a massive area right before a boss. Because I always think that there's going to be something in here. Also, if you do die, there's a stake here. I would recommend using that. That way, you're going to spawn right here. Now, once we go through here, this boss is going to have some range attacks. The main thing about this boss, though, that makes it kind of frustrating is its grabs. It has like 2, maybe 3 different types of grabs. And if you get grabbed, you're going to take a lot of damage. So when you first go through, be prepared for some range attacks, but try to get off your summon. And then try to get close to it. The head takes the most damage, but at the same time, here comes the range attack. Oh, crap! Get up so I can summon. There we go. I didn't heal because I knew I was going to probably get hit there. And I'd rather heal now. You can block a lot of this stuff, though. A lot of his different shenanigans you can block, like that. You can dodge it, too, but let's try to get close to him. That's his tail attack right there. Creepy enemy, too, obviously. Come on, Dung Eater, where you at, bro? Let's get in close. That, I don't know what that is. Okay, no. I'm going to say like 50 times, is that a grab? Is that a grab? Because I just assume everything he does is a grab. Okay. As you can see, he hit pretty hard there. And I don't know what he's doing. Explosions. He does a lot of gravity explosions. Let's get in close. And as you can see, if you hit his head, he takes a lot of damage. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and chug. I'm just going to lock on. And try to get close to his head. Smack his head good. That is a grab. Yeah, he got Dung Eater, I think. He did. But luckily, he didn't get me. That's the important part. Don't get me, dude. That's his teleport. Now he's going to probably try to do some meteors or some range. Yep, here comes the meteors. Meteors are not that bad, though. Just keep running forward. And normally, you won't really get hit by it if you keep moving. And if you can get the head, go for the head. And if you can't get the head, try to hit the legs. The head moves around so much, it makes it so that you might miss the head. If you're having trouble hitting the head, just go for the legs. They will take less damage, though. And as you can see, that wasn't so bad. That was actually pretty easy. But trust me, that fight can make you rage. Just because he has some crazy attacks, and his grabs are just frustrating. Now, normally, this over here would be locked, but because we went and we opened up that one chest and we got that Dark Moon ring, it is open. We can come through here. And this is going to take us to a spot which is kind of frustrating because if you are exploring and you look at the map, you will see that there's stuff up here. And you just assume that you can get up there somehow. And this is a spot where I talked about it before, but I literally sat there for over an hour trying to figure out how to get up here. So once I get to the top, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I just wasted my entire time because I just didn't realize I had to do this quest line to get access to this area up here. So we're almost there, and now I can show you. So it's up here, right? If you're exploring the lake, right? You're looking around, you're trying to figure out the lake. If you look up here, you can see, look, there's a structure These are all structures. You can totally tell that they are. Even this over here, you can see that that's a ring. And I was just trying to figure out how to get up here. I was trying to go this way. Like, can you get up here? Go out in the lake. Can you get up here? Go this way. Nope. You gotta do this quest line. So that's the only thing I don't like about this area. But this area is massive. And there are several things to do here. But the main thing is Ranni's quest line. This is the end of the quest line. We do have to fight a boss. And once we beat the boss, we can go and talk to Ranni. And her quest will be done. And we will have her as an option for an ending. Now, where we want to go first, though, at least where I want to go first, is over here to this ring. Because this is where you're going to get the Black Knife summon, which is supposed to be one of the best summons in the whole game. I want to go get it, and then I'm going to upgrade it, and I'm going to use it against this boss. Because I'm just curious to see what can it do against this boss, and kind of compare it to Dung Eater and the Mimic. Because I do have a little bit more respect now for Dung Eater after summoning him and using him. Like, he was pretty cool with some of those special attacks. Now, over here, there are 3 dragons. These dragons are just as strong as any dragon that you will fight in the open world. These are not boss battles, though. They're actually just kind of enemies, or mini-bosses, whatever you want to call them. And they love to fly. That's the one thing about these dragons, is they love to freaking fly. And we need to chug so that we can get our horse back up to full health. And I would recommend taking out maybe one at a time. If they fly close to each other, do not let them do that. And if they do, run away. Just teleport, run, whatever you gotta do. Reset the area. Trying to fight 2 of these dragons at once is suicide. There's just no doubt about it. Pick up that item. They do drop dragon hearts and they do drop XP. So there's another one over there. Let's go after this one now. And on the horse, you know, this works. But yeah, these dragons are strong. In fact, these dragons are probably stronger than some of the dragons I've fought in the open world, to be honest with you. But they're basically the same as this boss coming up. The boss might be a little stronger, but they're the same type of dragon. Go ahead and chug. Ooh, wow. I smacked him in his face and knocked him down. That was actually pretty epic. Take him out. And now we got one more to deal with. And if you do use up a lot of your potions and stuff, just take the time to quickly go ahead and... Oh, here comes the tail attack. Each one of them have hit me with that tail attack. But if you do use up a lot of your potions and stuff, just go back to the Grace and reset the area and then fight the next one afterwards. Oh, no, no, no. Don't want to get knocked off the horse. It's terrible. Luckily, they have not flown. That's something that they love to do. These particular dragons are flyers. And this particular one is destroying me. Oh my god, I can't even get the hits off. Here comes another tail attack. Come on, please. Fall down or something. He's flying. Get away from his fire. That fire hits so hard. That blue fire. Here comes some more. But luckily, if you can get past the fire on the horse, you get a lot of free hits. You know that by now from all the dragons that we have fought. Come on. Get the attack off. And he bled and he did. Yay! Now, I am going to actually teleport back real quick because I want to restore my potions. That's the thing. There's also another area down here I'm going to show you on the map. So here's our other dragons, by the way. If you just want to see on the map exactly where they are, they're right here. This is the altar. But down here, there is one of those rises, those towers. And this particular one, I do feel like is the worst one. Because when we do it, we have to go through this entire area. There's 3 different spots you have to go to, but you cannot teleport. If you teleport, it resets the area, or resets the puzzle. That's the part that's frustrating. So I'm going to go back just to reset my potions, and I'm going to cut this ahead. So I'm going to see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, well, change of plans, actually. Logistically, it actually makes more sense to go and do the puzzle first, because the puzzle is going to actually take us like right here at one point, which is right next to the jail. So I just think that it's going to be smarter to do the puzzle first. Let's go ahead and head over that way. Now be careful because there are going to be a lot of drop-offs here that you could fall off and die. So make sure that before you drop off, you're going to survive the fall. And to get down there, you're going to have to go like around here. There's also a couple ruins in this area. And then of course the jail, which will contain the Black Knife. Now out of all of the jails in the game, the Black Knife one might be the hardest one, to be honest. There is a little bit of a cheese that we can kind of do. I'm going to try to show you how to do it. I don't see them patching it just because it's not like a super exploit or super cheese. Really what it is that we're going to kind of manipulate the AI a little bit of the Black Knife. And watch out, there's going to be an enemy over here. Yep, it's one of these things, and you know how these things go. Oh, crap, it hits hard. Alright. Chug. No, stop with your magic. It just moves around so much, that's what makes it frustrating. Look at that, it just moves so much. But on the horse, you can dodge most of the magic stuff pretty easily. No. Leave me alone. Come on, get hit. One more hit and you're dead. There we go. Now, there are several items right here. Let's pick them up. And there's a lot of smithing stones. And it's actually like 3 at a time. So that was smithing 7. That's smithing 8. We get 3 of them as well. And more smithing 7. So those are going to come in handy. Especially because we're going to use those to upgrade that one shield I keep talking about. Now, where do I have to go? I guess it's down this way. So just keep going down, and we're going to hit a grace down here, and this is where this tower is, and then we can start the puzzle. Now you're going to want to equip a bow for this, because you're going to need some range, and let me look. Be careful, of course, like I said, you do not want to drop off and die. That's the big thing. Yeah, that's probably death if I fall off that way, so we have to figure out how to get down. I guess it's this way. Hop down this way. And keep going. There it is right there. Bunch of turtles everywhere. And we're going to have to go and find 3 turtles like we normally do for these. And out of all of them, this one is the biggest. There's no doubt about it. You can't teleport. And you're going to have to go all around this area. That's the big thing. I'm going to rest just to restore potions. And the reason why I want potions is because I know that this Black Knife is going to be somewhat difficult. Even if I try to do the exploit, I might actually struggle. So hit that, and now we need to find the 3 beasts. I'm going to show you on the map real quick where they are. So, one of them is like over here, put a beacon there. One is right here, put a beacon there. And then the final one is actually going to be just to the left of the gray, so I'm not going to put a beacon. Because it's just over here. And if you're online, there should be some messages and stuff. Like here. There's a message. And there's the first turtle. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off and put on a bow. And let's try to shoot it. Alright. Aim and shoot. Got it. Now, let's go ahead and summon the horse, and we're going to go to beacon number 1, because that was the first one I put down. And again, you still want to be careful, though, because as you're exploring this area, you can easily just ride off the side of a cliff and die. And you definitely don't want that to happen while you're doing this, because it's going to reset the puzzle. And that's just frustrating. So just head on over this way. Be careful, of course. It is nighttime. You know I don't like it to be nighttime, but whatever. I can't really reset it now. My bad. And I'm also kind of looking to see if there's any like items or anything around here exactly. Because this area up here is pretty massive, and there's a good chance that I'm gonna probably miss something. So keep that in mind. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Now, if it's something very minor, I don't really care all that much. But if it's something kind of major, like a weapon, or an armor, or even like a really good smithing stone, You could tell me. That's fine. So more turtles over here. And this is going to be the next spot where we're going to be able to get a turtle. And you can probably drop down to where it's at. But if you got the bow, you can just shoot it from up here. Aim in. And let's shoot it. And we got it. One hit, no matter wherever you hit it, will kill it. Now we got to go to the final one. And there are some runes up here. There's actually 2 sets of them. So like right up here, there's some stuff. Let me get rid of this beacon. And then there's going to be more over here. I guess I'll do these real quick just because they're in the way. So I believe there's going to be just an item or something over here. Also though, watch out because there are some really aggressive enemies that spawn. Here he is. These things are dangerous. They might seem easy, like I'm gonna do some serious damage to it and stuff, but if this thing hits you, ow, it's super aggressive and it can destroy you. So be careful with those enemies. Never underestimate them. So right here, what is this? Is this a staircase leading down? I think it is. Let's hit that, and let's come on down. And check this out. What is in the chest? I believe this is going to be a somber. No, it's a normal smithing stone. My bad. Well, there's actually going to be a stone key door coming up as well. I still need to look around though, because I believe there's probably an item over here somewhere that I am missing right now in one of these sections. I'm not seeing nothing right now. Okay, I want to say there's not. I definitely feel like I'm going to miss it, though. Just look around, all around. Yeah, let me know, guys. Am I missing an item right there? I feel like there is an item over there. But my bad, I just can't find it. Now, over here, though, there are going to be some more stuff. Watch out, there's going to be another one of those aggressive enemies. But right here, there is a staircase going down. And there's also a stone key that we can use. So let's come on down here. This is probably not worth it, I'm going to be honest. This is a talisman, a +2. But this is the talisman that will increase your FP. But it's not a lot. It's kind of sad. I believe the +2 one might give you 14 extra FP. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not really a ton. So again, take this guy out and hope to not get wrecked by him. And there we go. Let's pick up his item. It's kind of pathetic that they're dropping ghost level 2 upgrades at this point. Okay, you would think that would be a little bit better than that. And let's look around for items. Here's an item up here. Pick that up. Those are like the weaker versions of those guys, so I wouldn't worry about killing them. And let's keep going. Don't know if I missed anything, but I'm just going to assume that I didn't. And now we're going to basically head over to where the jail is. And where am I? Okay, I think I'm back at the Moonlight Altar. And this time, we just have to try to figure out exactly where the jail's at. Keep going. There's another ruin over here as well, which I'll do that probably after I fight the boss of this area. And that's definitely a cliff right here, so I'm trying to go around it and just keep heading down. What we're looking for over here is going to be wind. That's what we need to find, is some wind. And then the final turtle is actually, when you hit the wind, it's going to be like at the top. Okay, wow, my beacons are so good right now. I can't believe that I actually did that. So just hit the wind and go up, and the turtle is above. Okay. I want to say shoot him, because I think you can go ahead and hit him, like as you go up, you can hit him. But shooting him just makes way more sense than trying to aim while you're jumping up. That is creepy. That is super creepy. Yeah, hitting him with the bow, though, is hard. He's up there. There we go. And now the seal is open, so I can unequip that. And when we teleport over there, the door is going to be open. We don't have to worry about it right now. But let's go and fight the Black Knife. Now, I'm going to try to show you exactly where you can hopefully get him trapped a little bit in this corner, but it's very possible that you're going to not be able to actually get him there. So the corner is going to be somewhere before he spawns. I'm trying to find it. Okay, he's spawning. It's over there to the left. I think that's the spot. So let's have him attack. He doesn't really bounce off, but you can counter after blocking. Now watch out for that. That's going to drain your health if it hits you. And chug. I'm trying to just... this thing has a grab too. And the grab is crazy. As you can see... oh my god. We need a double chug. Here comes more of this. I'm just trying to lure it over to a corner. Because if you can get it into the corner... oh my god. Oh my god, look at that damage. I wasn't joking, right? This thing is definitely difficult. Okay, I'm gonna counter now. The dodging is insane from this enemy. Yeah, I can't really figure out where this corner is. I've never really done the cheese before. I just know that there's a corner somewhere. I think it's here. This is it. If you can get this thing in this corner over here... yep, this is it. I got it. Basically, once it's in this corner, the AI is just really stupid. That's the big thing. It's not that, like... it's not like it's totally trapped, because it can still attack you, it can still kill you and everything. Oh my god, I gotta heal. Oh! Oh! No! See? Corner's not perfect. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yep. Finding that spot again is gonna be terrible. But we can respawn at the stake. So do that. Because it's gonna be right outside. And we can recover and everything. You don't have a lot of time to figure out where that corner is, but that is definitely the corner. There's a message right now. I'm also going to probably go ahead and use one of these. There's a message, so if you're online, you probably can spot the message, and that's going to be your best bet. Because, yeah, if you can get it in the corner, probably just go crazy on it. The problem is that if you're using your Ash of War, you're going to run out of FP, and if you are using your stamina, you're going to run out of stamina. Okay, I'm just running around trying to find that message. Where is it? Leave me alone. It's somewhere. Is this it? See, everything looks the same to me. That's the problem. I think it's here where the blood's... yep, this is it. So yeah, come over here. This would be just left, I guess. It's left of where you spawn in. And just chill. Where is this enemy? Okay, come on. Dum-dum. Get over here. So just block. Let it come here. And then try to, like, move around to get it in the corner. There we go. Okay, no, that didn't work. That's really not the same corner, though. Alright. Stop it. It's so aggressive. Just want to heal. There we go. You see, that's the AI I'm talking about. Where what ends up happening is that it starts to, like, try to walk. See the walking? That's the big thing. It walks. It's just being stupid is all. It's trying to get out of the corner. You just have to kind of manage your resource and let your stamina come back and stuff like that. Again, it's working well. Got it down again. Do the attack. And I'm going to quickly try to use one of these. Okay, it's out of the corner. I'm going to block. And of course, it's just so aggressive. There we go. Back in the corner. Dum-dum dodged into the corner. Ha-ha. One more hit. Come on, get it off, get it off. Got it. Woo! Now, if you're not using that little trick, blocking and countering, it works. I've beaten that boss without that trick multiple times. I don't feel like it's super, super hard, but at the same time, it is definitely, out of all the jails, one of the hardest ones by far. So, let's go ahead and teleport back over to this rise, and we can go and get our reward for this. I believe it's a spell, maybe? But let's just take a look. And also, we can finally have it stop saying that the seal is open. It's just kind of annoying how it keeps popping up telling me that. Let's come on over here. And what's really nice about this summon, by the way, what this thing does is that, one, it does dodge like crazy, just like it is now. So because it's dodging like crazy, it's hard for the enemies and the bosses to hit it and kill it. But the other thing that makes it nice is that it has that attack that will drain the health of the boss. It lowers the max health as well. Now that's only like really, it's temporary, but still it does lower the max health of enemies. That's really cool. But it also hits hard. That's kind of the difference, where its normal attacks are going to hit pretty hard. Pick that up, and now I'm going to go back and upgrade this. So I'm going to cut this ahead, but I'm just going to go and upgrade the Black Knife all the way to +10. Then we will go and actually fight the boss of this area, finish Ranni's quest line. Alrighty, well, let's do this. I have fully upgraded it. I'm going to get it ready. But right in front of this cathedral is going to be an old friend that we fought before. Now this time, though, it's way stronger than it was the first time. And it ain't going to teleport away at half health. So just run on over here. I'm just going to summon now. Drink that. Summon. And here he comes. So it's that dragon that was right in front of Ranni's Rise, if you remember this thing. It's back and with a vengeance. To be honest, though, it's probably just as strong as those dragons we were just fighting before. Now, look at that right there. You see? The Black Knife hit it with one of those attacks. And look how much damage the Black Knife does. That was 1,300. And it does lower the maximum health, which is also just nice. I mean, look at this. I'm going to let the Black Knife do its thing, right? So its normal attack right there hits for like nothing. It's like 60. That was 120. So I guess like overall it doesn't really hit that hard, but the special attack is what makes it hit so freaking hard. Oh my god. Now I'm going to go ahead and just do some damage. And yeah, there it is again. It did the special attack. That special attack has range too. Because it's a projectile, it can hit it from basically anywhere. And it hits for like a crazy amount of damage. 1,300 is really good. Oh, don't get in the fire. Let's get on it now. And it disappeared. Alright, it's back. Let's get some hits off. Come on. I was going to say, it better not get its health back. That would be terrible. Yep. There we go. Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't know. Black Knife, I definitely think, is probably better than the Dung Eater. And I really do like the Mimic. I like the Mimic because it drains your health instead of using FP. It is you, so if you're overpowered, it is overpowered. But yeah, Black Knife is also pretty cool. So here's the other ruin. It's just right here. Let's go ahead and clear this spot. And watch out. Here is actually the staircase. Right in here. There's some of these invisible sorcerers. They're really not dangerous though. Let's open this up. And what is this? A somber smithing stone level 8. Cool. Oh wow, that scared me. Whoa. Black Knife came out of nowhere. Alright, Black Knife, if you're going to stick around, kill those guys for me, please. Just looking for items. Here's one right here. And that might be it, to be honest. No, there's an item over here. Or a couple items over here. Let's pick these up. Ah, traps everywhere! Give me that. And give me that. Awesome. I just recovered my rune arc that I lost for dying. And let's go to the cathedral. I think that's everything in those runes. And in the cathedral, there's going to be a ton of starlight shards. And I mean a ton of them. So pick them all up. And then there's a grace in here. We're going to hit that. Then we're going to go and talk to Ranni. And she's #1 waifu. And I would recommend her ending. I love her ending the most out of all of them. I think that her ending's the best one. For me, at least. Now, you know, maybe you disagree. That's fine. But I really do like her ending a lot. And her ending is a trophy, just like Fia. That's why I recommend, if you can, in any way, no matter, you know, what platform you're playing on, if you can back up your save somehow, however that is, USB, on the PlayStation you can upload and download. There's a ton of different ways you can back up a save. But if you can do that, then you can actually get all of the achievements and trophies pretty much on one playthrough. Because if you can get all of the legendary stuff, the talismans, the spells, the weapons, and then you can go ahead and get all the endings, you can pretty much complete all of the trophies and achievements in one playthrough that way. Otherwise, it's gonna take you legitly at least 3 playthroughs to get all of them, which is, you know, come on. I love the game, but I don't want to wait that long. So hop down here and run to the end, and we're gonna meet Ranni, and she's gonna be looking like a hot mess. That's just the truth. I don't know what's up with her, but she looks like a hot mess right now. But go ahead and talk to her. And now she's gonna appear to us after the cutscene, and we can talk to her. Now, don't do what I did on my first playthrough. And what I did was, I talked to her, I'm like, alright, it's done. I think you actually get a trophy at this point. And I left, not realizing that, guess what? You need to pick up the weapon, the Dark Moon Greatsword. That's one of the reasons to do the quest, is to get that weapon. Now, there's one last thing I want to do in this episode, and then I'm going to end it. And that is, we are going to go back to Ranni's Rise. So I'm going to actually go here. You could technically probably teleport to the Grace over there at Ranni's Rise, but I prefer to do it this way. It's like way more epic. But another one of our old friends is going to be over here now. And if we take him out, we're going to get his armor and his weapon, which I really love his armor and I really love his weapon. Like, I think his weapon is super awesome. If you're doing a magic build or a magic strength build, it is such a fun weapon. It might not be the best, like, weapon you could use for that category, but it is a very fun, especially in PvE, weapon. So just over here, there is the wolf guy. He's just chilling right here, and when you get close to him, you know what's about to happen. Let me use that. I want to get off the horse. I can't get off the horse. There we go. Yeah, he's going to attack us. Now, the difference is he actually stuns. Unlike the invader, he will stun. And that makes him a lot easier to deal with. Now, I guess he's crazy or he's mad about what happened to Ranni. I don't know. But all we did was put a ring on it, you know? That's all we did. So maybe he's just jealous. Did I just say jealous? I think I did. Oops. That's the attack. That attack is so awesome in PvE. In PvP, it can work, like you can catch people with it, but if they know what the weapon is, they're probably going to expect it, and they know how to, like, deal with it. But in PvE, you can, like, just do that little AoE attack and wipe out giant groups of enemies. It is super fun. Now, I do not actually have the weight to equip this. I'm going to be heavy with this, but check out this armor. I love this armor. I think this armor is just sick. One of my favorites in the entire game. So I might have to figure out a way to actually use it. And I'll probably have to level up my endurance for that. But we will see. Alrighty guys, well that's going to pretty much do it for this episode. I really hope that you have enjoyed it and that it has helped. If it has, will you please like the video for me? Be sure to subscribe for future episodes of this series. And if you do, make sure to click the bell. That way you can stay notified. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day, and peace out.